Potholes litter all over the streets and a failure by government to deliver basic services. We can complain about that until we are black and blue, but the community of Dihlabeng local municipality in the Free State has decided that that enough is enough. They are carrying out the work for themselves. I'm joined now by Isolde Laisaka from the Dihlabeng Action Forum, who is the leader there at that forum, to tell us more about this process. So, Isolde, as we talk, I'm going to ask that we show some of the pictures of what you've been doing in the last few weeks as the Dihlabeng Action Forum. Just tell me what prompted you to say, you know, no one is coming to rescue us from these potholes, from the litter around the streets, from the grass that has not been cut. What brought you to this point?
Good morning, and thank you very much for the opportunity and taking interest in our town. We love our town, and basically to see where it comes down to that we can't live like this anymore. We have been pleading, we have been asking for help. We even asked the municipality to take hands with us. And that was the ideal, because the circumstances is as such that the municipality is bankrupt, as how many more in South Africa. We asked from the business forum as well, listen, take hands with us, let's repair this. And basically, there's no communication, and that is frightening. And as I said, we can't live like this. We have to make plans. And as you can see, in a matter of weeks, people are buying in. They're still buying in, and we're just going to do it ourselves now.
How bad did the situation get? I think we are now at a point where we can play a game of my city's potholes are worse than yours. I bet you your potholes are not as bad as the ones we have here in Johannesburg. I bet you they never reached that point.
I don't think you saw my car a week ago. The road just gave in underneath my little car. Fortunately, I didn't drive fast. If I was driving fast, my whole front of my car would have been just disappearing between tar and nothing. A sinkhole. For instance, sinkholes is nothing new anymore. Listen, it was frightening, but I think that alerted people more about the situation that we are having in our town. And you know, the scary part about it, that sinkhole is in front of a school. The school started on Monday. So we can compare. If you like, we can compare.
But where was the municipality in all of this? Because I imagine that you deciding to do it for yourselves was a matter of last resort, right? You must have engaged the municipality over a period of time to say, listen, this beautiful town of Bethlehem and areas like Forisberg are just deteriorating. What were they saying to you?
Right. We're talking about Dihlabeng municipality, which is compiled out of 5 towns. We're talking about Bethlehem, that's the main town. In the old days, we were called the jewel of the Eastern Free State. From Bethlehem, we've got the Clarence, everybody know Clarence. We've got Forisberg, we've got Paulroo, and then we've got a little town, beautiful little town called Roosendaal. The road, for instance, between Bethlehem and Lesotho, because this is a very, very busy road. I'm going to talk about only the road between Bethlehem and Forisberg. There was 2 accidents only this week. One of them, the person had to he was going off the road, and his car actually tumbled down a little hill. Because he wasn't used to the road and he was traveling at night. Now we tried to speak to the municipality. Listen, this has been building up for the last 7 years. It's a long time. Letters has been wrote. We tried to communicate. We went through, for instance, we went through since the 14th of December, since the rains. We had 2 floods in Bethlehem and district. Now we're still struggling with water. Four towns. Fortunately, Clarence don't have this at this stage a water problem. But we have been struggling with water. The water pipes that they've been from. We've got a water pipe that's going from Bethlehem to Polru to Roosendaal. Because the waterworks is too small. Now, the municipality is being alerted about this, that the capacity of the Bethlehem waterworks is too small since 2011. They knew that this is going to happen, and still they did nothing. We're sitting, as we speak now, with people that's not having water to drink.
Yeah, in fact, you mentioned that, and I'm glad you do that, to expand it beyond what you can repair, things like cutting the grass and filling up the potholes. But the issue you mentioned of the waterworks, there's a situation there that was flagged a few years ago where there was work that was supposedly done and millions of rand were paid for the upgrade of the waterworks, only for people to go later and find out absolutely no work was done, yet the payment had been done. And the issue around the road, I know that last year or so, there was some work that was supposedly done on the roads, but there's no evidence of this. Lastly, Isolde, let me ask you, do you feel insulted by the fact that after those two accidents that you mentioned on that road, I think it's the R26, if not R62, I sometimes do that, R26 I think it is. Yesterday, I saw on your community Facebook page that the Provincial Department of Roads and Transport is announcing that they're going to start fixing the potholes. I would feel really insulted that it had to take two crashes on that road and the community saying we are going to start filling up this for ourselves, and you were calling for people to donate bags of cement for you to do this work, for the provincial government to do something about it. That's insulting, is it not?
It shows you how corrupt and it is as if the government, they totally lost reality. They've got no idea, and if they know about what's really going on ground level, they're ignoring it. And must lives be lost before people are taking notice? So thank goodness you took notice of this, because we need to get the message out there. It's not only that road, but we travel that road every day. These taxis that's coming now, you know, the borders opened from Lesotho. They're traveling weekends from, and especially in month ends. They're coming as far as Welkom from the mines. They're going home. End of the month, they're going home. People that's commuting from Bethlehem to Fourierburg and back with children every day. A lot of Fourierburg people come and work in Bethlehem. They come and do their major business in this town. Now, can you imagine, my question is, must somebody die before a government do something about this?
All right. Thank you for your insights there, Isolde Laiseka from Dihlabeng Action Forum, talking about a very interesting municipality run by one Lindiwe Makhalema, an interesting character on her own, who once called President Cyril Ramaphosa the biggest sellout that she knows, and faced backlash from Ramaphosa's supporters inside the ANC. And in fact, they were calling for her to be suspended or something, but no one gets suspended for neglect of a town. No one.